In this video, I'm going to share with you my personal take on the 9AM CRT model. This is an extremely simple trading strategy that you can use to become a full-time profitable trader. I'm not even joking. And so if you're looking for something that can take you from zero to hero in trading, this is the model that you need to trade. In this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what you need in order to trade this model profitably and how you can become a full-time funded trader. I'm going to go over the strategy rules that you need to follow in order to trade this model accurately and profitably. I'm also going to share with you what invalidates a trading setup, everything you need to look out for that will cancel your order or cancel your setup in order to increase your win rate and decrease your drawdown. I'll share with you exactly where you need to place your take profit and where you need to place your stop loss to maximize your return when using this model. We are also going to be covering trade management. How should you manage your position? How do you manage open positions? Where do you move your stop loss to? How do you trail your stop loss in order to maximize your gain per trade? And finally, as always, I'm going to share with you live chart examples to show you how to accurately implement these steps, implement the rules of the model in order to increase your win rate and trade this accurately. So if that sounds good to you, stick around to the end of the video so that you do not miss the live examples, because I'm going to be sharing secret sauce when it comes to real charts. If you're looking at taking your trading to the next level, I highly recommend this mentorship program. This isn't just another course. This is an absolute game changer mentorship where I walk with you every single step of the journey. You can learn directly from me, a professional full-time trader that has made multiple six figures from trading. You can participate in my live trading sessions where you see exactly how I analyze price action and how I pull money from the market on a monthly basis. Whether you are aiming for consistency or dreaming of financial success, this mentorship equips you with the tools you need to succeed. If you are struggling to get funded, you can join my live trading sessions and trade alongside me. Here we have all the benefits included with the program that you are welcome to go ahead and look at after this video. Don't take my word for it. Just look at the results that the members are busy getting. People are getting funded. People are changing their perspective on the market because I'm showing them how these prices book actually. How does the market work? And I'm teaching them how to fish. I'm not just giving them a rod. I'm showing them how price moves to equip them with a skill that can pay them for their life. This is honestly a no-nonsense approach to trading education. So if you're ready to take the leap into professional trading, look no further. This mentorship program is designed for you. So when it comes to the rules of the strategy, what are they? First of all, I want you to go ahead to the 8 a.m. candle. Look for this candle on the 1 hour time frame. And then as soon as you mark out the 8 a.m. candle, as soon as it prints, wait for it to close. And then as soon as the candle closes, I want you to go ahead and draw out the high of the candle and draw out the low of the candle. It is important to note that it must be the 8 a.m. New York time candle. As soon as this candle closes, that is when we start looking for our trades. So, what are we doing? Rule number 1, we mark out the high and the low of the candle. So, this candle closes at 9 a.m., which starts our new 9 a.m. candle. Now, when that happens, I want you to wait for either the high of the candle or the low of the candle to get rated. When that happens, I want you to drop to the 5-minute time frame. Okay, here we have a split. This will be the 5-minute time frame. This will be the 1-minute time frame. So, on the hourly, this is the hourly time frame. On the hourly time frame, mark out the high, mark out the low of the 8 a.m. candle. Then you drop to the 5-minute time frame. Then you wait for a sweep of the high or the low of this candle on the 5-minute. Then what I want you to do, I don't want you to just trade a market structure shift with a fair value gap. Don't do that. What I want you to do is wait for a 5-minute candle body to close back into the range. So how that will look like is the following. You mark out the high, we have a 5-minute candle that takes out the high, and then I want you to wait for a 5-minute candle body closure back into the range. As soon as that happens, that's when we drop to the 1 minute time frame, looking for a liquidity sweep and then a change in the state of delivery. So here we have our 1 minute time frame. We are waiting. Remember, we have this candle body closure, which will be this here. This will be a bearish 5 minute candle body closure. We have that, and then we go to the 1 minute time frame. We wait for the market to print swing highs. Because we are selling, because we took out the buy side liquidity of this candle, we are selling. Now, we wait for the market to print swing highs, and we wait for a liquidity sweep on the 1 minute time frame. When that happens, then we wait for the series of up close candles that took out liquidity. We wait for those up close candles to get closed below. That is our entry criteria, and that is where we will take our position. So just to recap, we are waiting for, on the 5 minute time frame, we are waiting for a sweep of the high or the low. As soon as that happens, we stay on the 5 minute time frame and we wait for a body closure back into the range. Here we can see we have that nice engulfing candle back into the range. When that happens, we drop to the 1 minute time frame and we wait for a swing high to print that gets raided. After that happens, we wait for the formation of an order block, and that would be the series of up close candles that took out this liquidity. We wait for those up close candles to get closed below. That would be my valid change in the state of delivery. Come on. That would be my valid change in the state of delivery. That is the rules for our trade. That is what I want you to wait for before taking a position. So, what is going to invalidate our setup? Remember, I want you to mark out the candle high and I want you to mark out the candle low. As soon as you've done that, I want you to drop to the 5 minute time frame and we look for that body closure back into the range. If this just carries on running like we do here and we don't get that body closure, we do have wicks going back into the range, but we don't have a body closure back into the range, this becomes invalid. Looking at a bullish example, we have our 8 AM low. Let's go here, bullish close, the market comes down, grabs the low, so we are looking for buy trades. If the 5 minute candles wicks back into the range, but we do not close with a body closure back into the range, so how that will look like is, we have that candle low, we have a body that closes outside of the range and a wick that goes into the range. If we fail to close back into the range, that is going to invalidate our setup. We want to wait for those 5 minute chart, the 5 minute candles to close back into the range. And so finally, we are talking about the fun stuff. Where are we going to take profit and where are we going to put our stop loss? So remember, we have this candle high, we sweep liquidity and we get this 5 minute chart body closure back into the range. Then we drop to the 1 minute time frame. So on this side, this will be the 1 minute time frame. Then we are marking out our swing highs because we are waiting for a liquidity sweep. So we mark out the first swing high that was created. The market goes and it runs liquidity above the swing high, giving me a new high. Then what am I waiting for? I am waiting for the series of up close candles that took out this liquidity to get closed below. This is my valid change in the state of delivery, and we take our entry on the retest of this order block that was created here. I know it sounds confusing, but it will make more sense next when I go to the chart example, so don't miss out on that. Then we take our entry on the retest of this order block. Stop loss goes above this swing high, and I want you to target a straightforward 2R for every trade, because that will make your probabilities so much easier to play out on your favor. Target a straightforward 2R. Now, when it comes to trade management, how do you manage your trade? I want you to wait for 2R to get hit. As soon as 2R hits, every single time we close through up close candles forming opposing candles, you place your stop loss above the high. So if this market carries on running, every time we close through opposing candles, we place our stop above the high. We close through opposing candles, we place our stop above the high. That is how I want you to manage your position. So here we have our first example on GBP USD on the 1 hour time frame. And guys, you can trade this with any asset. It works with indices, it works with currencies, it works with crypto. But please make sure to do your own backtesting before trading this live. Now, let's play this day out to wait for that 8 a.m. candle to print. We can see that here we have the start of New York session, and here we have that 8 a.m. candle. Please take note that all times are UTC -5 or Eastern Standard Time. You can also see that we sweep out buy side liquidity, and so we have a narrative now that prices are seeking sell side. We do have this internal range liquidity that this market can go ahead and grab if it seeking external back down to internal. And so here we have a bias that formed. Now, what do? We mark out the 8 a.m. candle high, and we go ahead and we mark out the 8 a.m. candle low. Now I want you to drop to the 5-minute time frame, and here we have that high, here we have that low, here we have that buy side liquidity sweep. So we can go ahead and mark this buy side liquidity. Now we are waiting for a 5-minute candle body to close back into the range. And the reason why I wait for that is because it keeps us out of losing trades. It keeps us out of false signals. So we are just playing this forward, waiting for a 5-minute candle to close into the range. Here we have that 5-minute candle that closes into the range. So now we drop to the 1-minute time frame. After we drop to the 1-minute time frame, let me just clean this up. Here we can see we have that 1-minute chart. This candle was at 5-minute body closure. Now what do? Now we wait for a swing high to get taken because we're waiting for a liquidity sweep. We are just playing price forward, waiting for that liquidity sweep. We don't get the sweep yet, and there what do we get? If I zoom in here, you can see that we've taken out that liquidity level on the 5-minute time frame. So marking that out as our liquidity. Now what do we wait for? Now I want you to wait for the series of up close candles that took out liquidity to get closed below. That will be my order block. So we are waiting for prices to close through this up close candle, and here we go. Here we have the formation of this bearish order block, excuse me. We take an entry on the retest of this order block. Stop loss goes 1 pip above the swing high. Just want to get that 7.5 pips. And we target, our first target is a 2-to-1. And then, only then, you can start managing your position if you like to. Now, we are tapped into our trade. Let's see what happens. Prices run. And we are out of our trade. Now, we can see here that we close through the series of up close candles, so we can move our stop loss to this high. I'm just going to mark this a red line. This will be my stop loss line, so we can get an accurate representation of our gain on this trade. Now, you can either go break even, or you can take partials at 2R, or you can take everything off at 2R. I personally take everything off at 2R and I move on to the next trade, but this is up to you to decide. We are waiting for up close candles to get closed below. We don't have that yet. Playing price forward. Here we have up close candles that got closed below, marking this a black line. So our stop loss moves to this high. Playing price forward. Here we have up close candles that got closed below. So our stops move to this high. Playing, and there we get stopped out. So your first position will be a 2R, and your second position will get taken out at a 1.51R trade. But again, that's up to you to decide. I personally take everything off at 2-to-1R. So here we have our next example, and this is just the following day. Yesterday we had that trade here that I shared now, that little short 2R trade. Now we're on to the next day. So we let price play it and do its thing, and we are waiting for the 8 a.m. candle to print. Let's see if we get that. We do get, sorry, I did go a little bit too far. Let me just move this back to the 8 a.m. candle. Zooming in. Here we have that 8 a.m. candle printed. So mark out the low of the candle, mark out the high of this candle. Just want to move this back. Okay, now I want you to drop to the 5-minute time frame. Here we have the candle range high. Here we have the candle range low. So we are waiting for a sweep of either the high or the low. Let's play price forward. Here we can see we sweep the high and we close back into the range. That is very important. Now we go to the 1-minute time frame. And we are looking for a swing high to print. Currently, we only have this swing high that we can use as a liquidity point. Letting this play forward, waiting for a new swing high to print. Here we go. We have a swing high printed on this candle. So I can move this down, but you're not going to see it. But we are waiting for this swing high to get taken. Here we see the swing high gets taken. So now what are we waiting for? We are waiting for these series of up close candles to get closed below in order to validate my order block. Now we are just waiting for that to happen. Doesn't happen. We move up and we push through into a new range. Plus everything has to happen before 10 o'clock. Playing price forward. And here we are almost on 10 o'clock yet. And there we hit 10 o'clock without creating a new order block. And we can see that we do not have a trade here. Here is a beautiful example of how this gets invalidated. So we stay out of losing trades. So now just moving on to the next day, waiting for price to print. And we are waiting for that 8 a.m. candle to come. Here we have the 6, 7 a.m. Here we have the 8 a.m. candle. Now, what are we doing? We are marking the candle high and we are marking the candle low. Dropping to the 5-minute time frame. Let's see what we can get. Now, we are waiting for a sweep of the low or the high of this candle's range. Now, playing price forward. Let's wait for a sweep. Here we get a sweep. Do we close back in the range? No, we don't. But if you go to the 1-minute time frame, and you can see that we also don't form anything that we can consider good. Dropping back to the 5-minute, we are waiting for a candle body to close back into the range, showing us direction. Here we get a candle body closing into the range. And this is where we drop back to the 1-minute time frame. Now, what are we waiting for, guys? We are waiting for a sweep of a swing low. Here we have a swing low. Here we have a swing low. We are waiting for this market to come and sweep it, give me my change in state of delivery where I can take my entry and target the high of this candle. So let me just play price forward, waiting for a sweep. Do we get a sweep? Yes, we do. We get that liquidity sweep. So we're waiting for a closure above these down close candles to confirm the move up. Did we get that? No, we sweep this, so I can go ahead and delete that. We sweep this. I can mark that as my liquidity. We sweep liquidity. Now we're waiting again, waiting for this to get closed above in order to validate my order block. Do we get a closure? Not yet. And what do we get here? Here we get a closure above, validating this as my order block. That is where I can take my entry on the retest. Stop loss goes slightly below the low, and we can target a 2R to take partials on. Playing this forward, we get a tap into our trade, and we let this trade run until we hit 2R. There you go. Here we've hit 2R, and we've also closed above these down close candles. But why isn't this valid for me? Because this is the high. I need new down close candles to form now that get closed above, so I can move my stop loss to this low. That is what I'm waiting for. So let's wait for down close candles to form. Here we get a down close candle. So my stop loss gets moved to this point. That is where my stop loss is at. We let this thing play out. And there you go, we get stopped out. So if you held this, you would have made 2.21R on this trade. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you found the video helpful and insightful. As always, if you found this video helpful, please leave a like and comment down below. I do appreciate it a lot. And I do go through every single comment out there. If you are looking to achieve financial freedom through trading, go ahead and check out the Trading Mentorship, where I trade live with you every single day. And you can see how I, a professional trader, analyze price action on a daily basis.